Our brothers here, and we have no doubt a show to enjoy tonight, and beyond that, much more importantly, is a coming together where we can move forward with some clear solutions. In this room, we have come up with some clear objectives that we're going to make forward, present forward, and move forward with. Not only in terms of our commitment as institutions to work together, but our commitment to join ourselves at our hearts as one brotherhood, one sisterhood, one community. And we, without further delay, will bring our brother Jay Electronica up to.
He always gonna be true Islam to me. Yes, this is one of the brothers, him and Khaaliq. These are the men that brought me to Islam when I was dumb, deaf, and blind. So. This is my third Let me just make a disclaimer, right?
Bring it to the mic, please.
Not to throw nobody under the bus, I had no idea. I've just learned, I don't know what's going on in here. I don't know what I'm at right now. I had no knowledge of this or nothing. So forgive me for any fumbles. I'm ready to leave now. I mean, I'm not ready to leave y'all beautiful faces, but yeah, I just got through into this. But I'm here for the believers. I love y'all. I'm happy to be here. I can't never turn on the believers. But I didn't know about it, but I didn't know about it. Just to clear my own name.
Yes, sir.
That's very niggerish.
No, sir. No, sir. We always have to beg forgiveness for time. Okay? So thank you. We begin, Sister Kenya.
You know, if you both, of course, Dr. Wesley, and of course you, Brother Jay, just start out, if you will, just by, telling us just a little bit about yourself and, how you, what led you to you being who you are today.
Islam, really, I've been rapping since I was 10 years old. I started, just like anybody from my time period. Either you was breakdancing, rapping, doing graffiti, you was doing something with rap. When you came out, it was brand new. But when I was 19 years old, I left New Orleans. I ended up living in Atlanta, and I met these brothers. I met Mature Islam with Dr. Wesley and Khaaliq, and it was another crew of brothers at the same time, 5%ers out there. And these brothers gave me Islam, and went from that, getting knowledge from the gods, then going into the mosque. And then from that point, I married because before I never had no direction with music. I just knew I had two goals with music pre-Islam. I wanted to be back when lyrics mattered and stuff like that. I wanted to be recognized as one of the greats by greats that I recognize as greats, and to make enough money to get my family out of poverty, But I never had no sense of mission or nothing like that attached to it. But then when I got Islam, it was like, oh, now I got the vehicle. This is the mission. So I always tell people, if I was a superhero, I tell everybody always asks me. I tell everybody, the secret to my powers is Islam from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You won't be sweet with the rhymes. You join on to your own. Stay the teachers. But so I don't know. Yeah, as far as. I don't even know how I answered your question. Tell you a little bit about myself. Come on, sis. I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, a question that I had.
Now you don't need that microphone.
I'm sorry. Okay, my name is Sister Tarika. I'm from the Final Call newspaper in Islam.
Final Call newspaper. I got that in 1997.
The question that I had personally was, how do you think we should honor Dr. Martin Luther King as it relates to his birthday for today, and his mission as it correlates to our mission as of today in 2017? So that's my question.
Okay, well, sis, I could give a nice, pretty, politically correct, or what I think is a politically correct response, or you want me to just tell you how I really feel?
That's what you're here for.
I mean, to be quite honest, I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I come from a place where we weren't really conscious, and it wasn't. I don't mean just conscious in terms of Islam or spirituality. I just mean period. Like, I didn't know much about Martin Luther King growing up. I knew I Have a Dream, Black History Month, you know, to me, Martin Luther King was Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass. It was all one thing, right? Then I got Islam, and I started studying teachings, and you go back as a historian, right? And I don't. Me myself personally, I never been really emotionally attached to our brother Martin Luther King and his message because I just recall Elijah Muhammad was flaming on him. Like he's one of Pharaoh's magicians, and also it's our goal to do something for ourselves, to build a nation of our own, and join on to our own with our people all across the world. All human families of the planet Earth, but our people first, right? So, but our thing is separation. Where Martin Luther King thing was integration. However, through the minister over the past year or two, when the minister, what's the exact?
Justice Sorrell?
No, not Justice. The minister has a specific thing that he was saying. Redistribute the pain. Right. Redistribute the pain. Right. And it was the minister who actually recently started giving me another view of Martin Luther King that I had never had up until recently. Right. So because I never knew that side. I never knew that side of Martin Luther King. And so now I have to say that I'm just starting to view Martin Luther King without, I won't say dirty glasses, but with a little better vision than I had before. Now, I mean, he's a black man. He got bit by the same dog. They was fighting the same war with my mama back in them days that we still fighting today. So yeah, I mean, okay. What's the question again? What can we be doing? What can we do today? What's the question?
Well, I'm saying,
And y'all can cut me off too. I'm a ramble. You can just cut me off.
I was over for that. Well, what I was saying is that how does the mission during Martin Luther King's time relate to the mission of ours as of 2017?
Well, in Martin Luther King time, the Nation of Islam was standing right there. It's still standing right here, right now. The time from 1967 or the 1960s to 2000s. That's really no time at all in a grand history of what we talking about, the 6,000-year history of the devil's rule on the earth that we coming to the end now. That's still, if you say 1963, 2017, them years are so close together on the timeline, it's like 1 year. So it's still the same. It's still the same fight now that it was then, even though I feel like now, well, not I feel like, it's actual fact. Now it's more, the devil from that time to this time, the devil has, or the enemy has been using more covert tactics, right? More, it's not like an all-out military aggression. If I'm using an analogy or metaphor, it's not all-out military aggression. It's more black ops. It's more intelligence-based driven. It's more so it's still the same. It's still the same war against one opponent and another opponent, but the theater of warfare has changed. Right, so the mission is still the same. We still fighting for the same thing. I'm still fighting for the same thing for my daughter and her future as if I was in 1963 for my daughter and her future. Right? And it's, I mean, pardon me, sis.
No problem. So,
I mean, because there was poison in the water during the time of I ain't just talking about sicking dogs and beating in your head with a stick. That's not racist, and that's just ignorance. That's just anger, animalistic behavior, rage, anger. When we talk about chemtrails and chemicals in the food and chemicals in the water and brain programming through imagery and sound. This stuff there's no difference between then and now.
I want to ask you this question, and then if it's okay with you, I want to pass it on to my brother, Golden Child, for a follow-up question.
Handsome, beautiful skin.
So I want to know, we talked about before in the panel, the responsibility of the artist, to promoting and pushing social issues, our movements such as redistributing the pain and those things. So do you see, the artist having a responsibility to supporting those kinds of things?
Yes, I do. But then a man is only accountable for what he knows, right? Or how he sees his vantage point in the world. Like say for instance, I use Khaaliq as an example, right? Recently, y'all might see we're going and no, let's say that was Lil Durk or Young Thug had said something like that. We would just say, oh man, praise be to Allah, brother, just don't know. You know. You know what I'm saying? Like still based on what a person knows. But I will say this. The minister has been doing such a thorough work. I can see it because I mean I've been seeing it, but I'm saying in this little music industry where you can see it, where everywhere I go now, whether you can see it on Instagram. You see it on Instagram. You see 2 Chainz with the minister, Young Thug with the minister, Rick Ross with the minister. But then I get a chance that I'm in Miami Park. I'm here with Rick Ross, and now we're talking about the minister, and the people are waking up. And if you notice, if you listen to Rick Ross, I mean, it's still gonna be. We all children of Yaqub, right? Well, we're not children of Yaqub, but we was raised in the world built by the children of Yaqub, yeah. But these people, 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, different people, their music has progressed and evolved over time. However, when that starts happening, you start hearing less of them or seeing less of them because of who the music is being presented to you by, who all these things being presented to you by. It's an open enemy to those ideas and things, But yeah, I think that it is that as an artist, yeah, as a I don't even want to say an artist. That's almost like all these labels. That's false, That's whatever. But yeah, we do have a responsibility. But at the same time, I can only expect, if I sit down and have a conversation with Migos and I'm listening and I'm talking to brother, then I wouldn't, I said, okay, let me use Young Thug, for example, again, which I love Young Thug, by the way. He's a beautiful brother, and he loved the minister, so he's with me. I know y'all, I don't know, some of y'all might have seen, he went off on some sisters at the airport. It was savage. He was 85 wilding out on some sisters. He's saying some crazy shit, that he shouldn't have been saying. But at the same time, it's like you see the Muslims, and I see people saying some different things about conscious community. And I'm like, but what did you expect Young Thug to say? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Donald Trump get up there, or whoever gonna get up there, Meryl Streep gonna get up there, or whoever's gonna get up there. It's like, but what did you expect them to say? Like, did you expect them to say anything other than that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but so it's our job to make sure that we keep pushing the knowledge, the information, not that they're opposed to truth or opposed to the struggle. They might not even thinking about it. I'm on Call of Duty, I got 36 kills. My man rolling up the blunt, Keisha on the way. I'm not really even thinking about it. I'm not thinking, it's not that I'm opposed, I'm not even thinking about that, right? And if somebody bring it to me, and they looking like a caricature of what I seen on Living Color back in the days, or my brother such and such, man, all right, cool, but so it's on us to be as real as we can be with what we know we have is the truth. We know it to be true, but we can't be pretend with it. Right. We have to be, and the reason why Rick Ross will go sit down with the minister and he ain't gonna go sit down with brother so and so 37 next is because when he looking at him, he can smell fake on that. Right? He can smell that, man. Brother, man, you can't play these games, people. You can't play these kind of games with these people. There's still gods and dogs. You can't play this. So it's on us to we got the truth to be real and to build a bridge of brotherhood and sisterhood between these artists, then we ain't got to say nothing. They're gonna do nothing. If you look around, they very proud. They strong. They not here to be taken. Even though they might be in foolishness, they not here to be played with. Right. If you connect them into the right plug, they ain't gonna play with that either. Right. So I don't know. I know my words might be a little muddy, but pardon me. I don't know.
So look, JLX, let me get this out the way. First of all, I'm letting you know I gotta do this right now because my pop said if I ever see you and I don't,
Oh, you about
I
to
got
spit me
smoke.
something? Don't spit me something.
No. I got smoke. Look, this is what he said. So we was at 10, 15.
Who's your pops?
Brother Hashim Hakeem.
Okay, yes sir.
So we walking,
In
right?
Detroit?
Chicago, he was in Detroit too.
Okay, yes sir.
So we walking up the street, right, and I see you, right, and we wave, and I gave you one of my projects, 10, 15, and he was like, you recited some of his lyrics, right?
Okay, yes sir.
And then you was like,
yeah, that's your papa. You look like. Turn down wild. Mother plane, bomber plane, battle in the sky. I still might have to. He might have to let me put that on my album.
So look, man, all praise.
You ain't sweet as him.
Hey.
I first met your father at Mosque 2B in 1997. He was with a group with brother Minister Aziz now, but it was brother James then, right? This is your father that I'm talking about, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I met them. Yeah. Well, you know, I love your black face, but I don't know your name. But it was you. Yeah. They was. Anyway. Well, pardon me.
No, you good. When he told me to get out the way, you just got out the way. He just wanted us to go back and forth reciting the lyrics. So the question is, I'm a revolutionary artist myself. I'm doing what I can to get the word out to the people via social media. They're respecting it, they love it, and they know I come from the Nation of Islam, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm looking at it and I'm seeing how they responding to it. And it's conscious, right? It's not trap, it's not ratchet, it's none of that, and they rocking with it. So my question is, looking at the J. Coles, the Kendricks, and all of the artists that's doing this positive music, and the people grasping to it, do you feel like hip-hop is gonna go back gold? And the question is, once it goes back gold, do you feel like the enemy is ever gonna be able to trick us again like he did in the 80s?
Well, I feel like, if we just, since we could talk to teachers, let's just get to the teachers.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go back, right? Just like, that's like saying, this world that we living in, is it gonna go back? No. We moving into a new thing, right? Now, it just so happens that right now, we at a transition period, and we at the lowest point, yeah? But it's not gonna go. You ain't gonna want it to go back anyway. If I said you my rhymes from the '90s right now, you ain't gonna want to hear them rhymes. But we coming into a new world, right? Even just in rap. The microcosm, we could say rap, even if we was in culinary school, we going into a new world of culinary school, whatever it is. But we talking about rap, right? We talking about music, right? So yeah, I think that that's the stage that we ain't going back to Sister's point too, and Sister's point, like that's why the war is so intense right now. It's like, pardon me, brother. Yeah, we got to get our young. We got to get as many as we can because the devil trying to snatch them too because it's the end.
So we waited for you, and we want you, to hopefully from your heart, sincerity, ikhlas, to be who and whose you are for your community, for us,
Yes, ma'am.
all over the nation.
Yes, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. This isn't my set. I'm only up here because he dragged me. But this is an era of justice or else, which means it's imperative that we are just in our dealings with each other. And in this era, any injustice, no matter how small it may seem, is consequential. Now on that note, I must, on behalf of myself, but in particular on behalf of Electronica, make this real clear that, as Jay indicated, he only was made aware of the event and was never made aware of the extent of the event till today. Now, there absolutely was communication throughout the whole day. We renegotiated what we did have planned, having no knowledge of this great event. When knowledge of this great event was brought to us, we did everything we could
That's right.
and stayed in constant communication with the individuals responsible so that our whereabouts, our ETA was known. So Jay is apologetic, I'm apologetic, we are apologetic because we kept the believers waiting. And to the point, the only reason we are here,
Thank you.
we rearranged the schedule because he was burdened by the thought, as I was burdened by the thought, that Muslims would be waiting for him and he not show.
That's right.
So we went through all proper protocol. We jumped through all the hoops we could jump through to get here as soon as we could, given that we had no prior knowledge of this great event. Assalamu alaikum.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Because it's related, I am direct the organization that is putting on the event tonight.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Iman. And we also have had the phenomenal honor of working with this institution because we all come from the same institutions collectively. And I think that's what my beloved sister Amina was saying, that we are all part of a common thread when it comes to what it means to be Muslim in America. Whether it's being taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, whether it's being taught by his great son, or whether it's being taught by Sheikh Rashid, or we all coming from a tradition. So, and my dear beloved brother Sultan Muhammad is an extraordinary leader in this institution and a person that I've worked with and have tremendous love and respect for. I too, Sultan, and I own the communication gap because I was in touch because we were trying to get Jay also over to the memorial because like you, dear beloved brother Jay, a lot of us, especially Palestinian Muslims, we didn't grow up relating to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. either until we understood the legacy of his sacrifice and that it was real in places like Marquette Park. He wasn't dodging fake bottles of rocks.
And those who were with him.
And those who watched him, and that's why we appreciate the fact that the minister has been helping people understand the connection of the common legacy and challenge and struggle that we are in this thing together, right? When I also came, and I told brother and our dear beloved, when I came and I saw this, I was also, because it was my fault, I wasn't prepared for this, because I said, well, we thought Jay was going to come over.
So we put the blame on your shoulders.
So I will burden that. I will. No, because the brother right here was just talking about accountability. But in the spirit of, also, like you, when I walked in and I told Sultan, I said, hey, Sultan, I wasn't, maybe my communication, I wasn't anticipating this, but like you, when I come into a room of beautiful brothers and sisters, how are you going to be mad at this, right? So you and I just want to thank again our dear beloved brothers and sisters here at the Nation of Islam at this beautiful restaurant, Salam Restaurant, and I want to thank our dear beloved Imam Sultan. And I just want to communicate publicly. I'll get a chance to say this to you again, man. Your artistic mastery, and we over the last 20 years, I just want to say this, because 20 years, you know, we brought everyone from Yasin to Lupe to everyone. And while on some level, Rick Ross may be a more common name, for those of you who do not know the work of J Electronica,
We know.
And some of you know, but there are some in the room that don't appreciate. I genuinely believe your work belongs in books of literature. The poetry, the poetry, and while it's already coming out of the great poetry, you are a poetic genius, and we are just greatly honored that you are already taking what you have learned and translating it into the community in ways. So to our beloved sister Amina's point about challenging Ayam, you are already doing that. We can only continue to pray to Allah that you continue to be successful in what you're doing. We're very honored and blessed that you are here with us in this city.
I'm honored
and we are honored to be here today. So I want to thank again the final call, Imam Sultan, and also take the apologies and take the accountability for the logistical challenges. Yes, sir. We got a lot of alleyways in Chicago. Politicians ain't saying that. Ain't no pun.
We'll close with
Hi
our
guys,
sister.
it's my name. Hey everybody, my name is Nuisance. I am the queen of Chicago rap and hip hop, and amongst other things. And I always thank the Nation of Islam for always including me in such groundbreaking and innovative like events like this to try to help keep us stimulated and rooted in community. I keep hearing about an event tonight.
Right.
And I need to know more.
Tonight there's an event called Fighting Fear, Building Power, Renewing the Call for a Beloved Community. It's a special MLK celebration that's happening here in Chicago, immensely, but we have over 50 institutions, including NOI. We got synagogues, we got churches, we got grassroots organizations, Black Lives Matter, BYP 100, Asada's Daughters, all different organizations, institutions from across the city that have been signing up, and that's happening at 47th and King. It's also happening simultaneously in Atlanta with an effort that we have in there. Talib Kweli's closing, and I think, we didn't know, I think it's all hearts coming together, because we got Jay in Chicago, and we got Talib in Atlanta, and it's a symbol, right? A God bringing our hearts together, and we got people in Newark, and we got people in South Central. So to that point though, if you have not RSVP'd, if you come in under the banner of the Nation of Islam, the Nation has already confirmed a number of seats. So just tell them when you come in, go to the desk, say you're there with the Nation. That's fine. They'll let you in.
And Naheem, stand up. This man right here, if you need to get in, get this man's telephone number before y'all leave, and he will make sure that y'all
Make sure we get in. Because this is a
Look,
free.
stand up, Naheem, let him see it.
Yeah.
Him right here.
So I'm assuming that means we're all invited tonight.
You are all invited. My request though is get there if we could, because it's 5:15 now. This is a good time to try to get there, because it is it's not a I don't want to bill it as a sold out event, because we are not charging anyone. This is a free event. We ask people to RSVP, but we already have 1,100 people that are RSVP'd, and we already have 150 that are on the waiting list. So this is going to be a big event tonight. So I'm asking those who want to get in, if you did not put your name on the RSVP list, just go in there, say you're there with the Nation, but try to get there by 5:45, 5:55. It's over at 47th and King, Harold Washington Cultural Center.
And the very last question is,
Yes, ma'am.
I know like your passion, Jay, for the minister, the Nation of Islam, that is set in stone. I could tell about your passion about that. But as far as being a hip hop artist and a music artist, what is your interest in Chicago? Do you have one, or
Well, I mean, my initial interest was the Nation. I came up here once I got lessons. Once I got knowledge and stuff. Once I got lessons, or as we say in the guards, 120. I used to be going ham on the guards back then in Atlanta. I used to be looking through the lessons like, but this ain't Chicago #2. Why we not in the house? And so I got on the bus and came to Chicago. But because I came here, and my life in Chicago, the year '97, I came to Chicago to work in this restaurant. Right? But anyway, yeah. But that being out in the streets and it made me fall in love, because you don't fall in love with a city. Some people fall in love with a city because of architecture and that kind of stuff too. But I didn't fall in love with Chicago because of the architecture. It's the people. You know what I'm saying? Like and it's very similar to the people. People always ask me that about Detroit. Like, why you always in Detroit? Like, I don't know. It's the people. And I learned here by being in the streets here. Like, even that guy that'll blow your head off at the gas station for looking at him wrong. If you tell him that he's beautiful and that you love him and you want to kiss him on his cheek, he bust open with love for you. It's like the people here. It's a rough city and it goes down here, but the people still just full of. They just, Ghostface says sometimes black people just need to be loved. Yeah. It's just, you know what I'm saying, like so. But Chicago, I like Chicago for the people. But I mean, of course, it's the nation. It's my city. It's the Chicago. This is our city. The Muslims. But
Thank you.
I love Chicago.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we know it's getting close to that time, so we want to make sure we begin to wrap up. I would like our sister Kenya, inshallah, to close us out with just a thank you for everyone. And if our brother Jay has some last words to the brothers and sisters here before you go, we definitely would honor you with that. Yes, sir.
I don't have nothing to say other than if y'all ask me something, except that because I don't want to get in trouble with God. All praises due to Allah. Thank y'all that y'all even think of me in any kind of a way to even invite me somewhere, because I'm the worst sinner. I'm worse than everybody in here. I guarantee you that. I done sinned more than everybody in here, and I done the worst ones more than anybody in here. So I'm just your little dirty brother trying to be right. And thank y'all for even thinking enough of me to even invite me to come here. You know.